I have recently developed hormonal acne.
I have acne. All my friends just have clear faces.
Yeah, acne. Yeah. We all knew those people who just got attacked. Looked like their face was infested by bee stings. It was peak.
You are now listening to Pree Da Podcast with your host, Majaro.
What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I gotta say to you guys, Happy New Year and welcome to the start of the 2023 season. And you guys already know what I'm gonna say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And welcome back to the Pree Da Podcast YouTube channel. And on today's edition of Pree Da Video, and on today's edition, we are going to be looking at a video from The Cut. And this one, it says, keep it 100. We're going to look at what some people's biggest insecurities are. And let's see if we can relate on some level. Let's get into it.
What are you insecure about?
My toenails.
Let me see them.
Not today. We're not doing that. We ain't doing that, respectfully.
What are you most insecure about?
That's a tough question.
Let me think.
I mean, a whole bunch of things.
Well, if we're gonna talk about physical, definitely my body.
My body.
Body.
My body is just like lumpy now.
My ears. My teeth.
My eyes. My chest.
Yeah, I feel like the body for everyone, some way, shape or form, the body is, you're going to find something that you don't like about your body. That's why, we live in an age of plastic surgery, everyone get the tits done and, getting the BBLs and liposuctions and Botoxes and lip fillers and eyebrows and everything. Like, if you don't, like something about your body, you can cosmetically change it. But at the same time, fair play if you want to do that. But in my opinion, I feel like it's best to embrace those features and, that's what makes you unique. Instead of looking like the generic, hot girl Instagram filter, be you. And I feel like that's the best way to go. But that's just me. For me, when I was younger, my height was my insecurity, if you could imagine that. Like, I was always getting picked on for being skinny, lanky, and gangly, and tall, lanky, blah, blah, blah. That was literally kids back in the day, or, kids to this day. Any little thing or anything that's obvious, they just rag on it for no reason. Even though 5 years, 10 years down the line, they'd be like, oh my God, I wish I was tall as you, blah, blah, blah. And they're saying, oh my God, if I was only your height and this, that, and the third. Like, sometimes what people might point out to be, a flaw of yours can be one of your biggest strengths.
My muscles.
I have a pretty big forehead.
My double chin, because I used to only have one.
What are you most insecure about?
Most of the time my height around people, I feel like I'm always lumbering over people.
I'm really short, so I feel like sometimes people don't respect me.
I have maybe what you could call milk-maid legs.
What does that look
I think that just means thick in the calf.
What are you most insecure about?
My skin.
I have recently developed hormonal acne.
I have acne. All my friends just have clear faces.
Yeah, acne. Yeah. We all knew those people who just got attacked. Looked like their face was infested by bee stings. It was peak. I was grateful that I didn't have that problem, because the people who had that problem, yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough. It's really tough. I feel for you. And that's a lot of medication, a lot of balancing out hormones and balancing out loads of things and keeping a routine and trying to, clear it up. But I did have something like that. I had some sort of folliculitis. It was for some reason, I played football in trousers every lunchtime when I got to a certain age, and my trousers were too small for me, and it was just rubbing, friction, and sweat and heat gets caught in the middle, and I got loads of spots and pimples, spots around my legs or on my legs, and once they pop, they leave scars and stuff like that. And it was only after I laced a year or something like that, that's when I started to realize what was going on and actually started to deal with it properly. And It was a long way to recover. Now they're just faded scars. But yeah, I can only imagine having all that on my face. Peak.
And I tend to compare myself a lot.
I really struggle with ADHD. I take medication for it.
I mean, I guess I deal with anxiety.
I'll just be anxious and be a mess sometimes.
Asking for help is really scary for me.
Because I was afraid to fail, I held myself back from doing things that like maybe I would be really great at or that I would really love.
What are you most insecure about?
My personality.
I think that I have a bit of a personality that you either love or you hate. I'm always really scared of coming across as too much for people, because I got even fired from a job because of my personality.
Damn, that's tough. Getting fired from a job from your personality. If you're really good at interviews, that's probably one of the reasons you get picked for a job, because they feel like, oh yeah, this guy will be good in team. But getting fired because of your personality, they'll be like, I'm sorry, Cherry, or I'm sorry, Karen. your vibe ain't vibing. We ain't just, the team ain't clicking. I'm sorry, but you gotta go. That's peak. Getting fired for your personality. That's mad.
I just speak how I feel.
A lot of my insecurities are based on like not feeling like I fit in places.
What's your biggest insecurity?
That sometimes I don't stand up for myself.
I do things more so for others.
Being emotional and sensitive.
What are you most insecure about?
How I'm perceived.
How people feel about me.
My impression that I leave on other people.
Just like talking to newer people.
I'm always like worried. I'm like, oh my God, what if I say the wrong thing? I could barely have the wrong tone and I'm apologizing to people immediately to make sure that I didn't offend them.
I guess like it's along the lines of kind of second guessing myself.
Did something happen that triggered that?
Just like since I started working in the workplace, honestly.
What are you most insecure about?
Oh shoot.
What I'm most insecure about, that's a heavy one.
This is gonna sound weird, but like how much weed I smoke, I feel like people are always like, I don't want to date a daily smoker.
Have you always been insecure about that?
Well, I wasn't always a daily smoker, so when I wasn't, I was never insecure about it.
I'm most insecure about my femininity because I am a gay male.
Being black and gay in Iowa, someone always expected me to be blacker because I was black, or less black because I was around all white people.
I used to be super insecure about the fact that I'm mixed race.
That I have a really white voice and I identify as a black person.
Yeah, that's tough. Because man's looking very ambiguous, so you couldn't really tell if he was black or white. So if he identifies as being black and he's got a quote-unquote white voice, to most black people in America, they'd be like, boy, if you don't get your white ass out of here, damn, that's tough, because it'd be like that. I've heard stories, from people who are mixed race or biracial, who find it tough or feel like they belong somewhere, but those people don't embrace them as much as they would want to be embraced by them. So yeah, man, I could imagine that insecurity for sure. Not feeling like you belong in either side of your family, but I feel like it's your family's job to make you feel part of your actual own family, that you don't feel like you need to belong to a bigger group. Like maybe because I'm like fully black and I have that privilege of knowing my family's history and having a big family and having connections from people or relatives who live in America and X place or Y place. So I don't feel like I need to, adhere to any social construct of being black. But probably that's my privilege as being African, because in Africa, everyone's black. So there's no, we as black people need to come together and bunker down and support each other and X, Y, and Z. More time it was, you need to fend for yourself. Like, no one's going to give you a handout type of thing. So, yeah, it's definitely difficult in different places for sure.
What are you most insecure about?
Right now, my weight.
My weight.
It's my biggest struggle. This right here.
I was always the fat kid, the fat friend.
Freshman year of high school, I noticed that my stomach was getting a lot bigger, and that made me very depressed, so I started to eat more to feel better.
They would call me fat, so then I got an eating disorder and then got really skinny, and then I was too skinny for them. Anything I did, they would just tear me down for it.
I've been plus size my whole life. I just, don't fit conventional beauty standards.
Like actors and people on the TV, they have a particular body style.
You just kind of have that ingrained into your mind.
Fat phobia is just so integrated into every single part of our community that it's almost like impossible not to internalize it.
What are your biggest insecurities?
I am the least educated person in my family. My grandparents have PhDs, my mom's in a PhD program, and I dropped out of college to go to culinary school.
Biggest insecurity is that I'm not smart enough.
Being perceived as dumb. I think that was a constant message growing up.
Because I can be so bubbly that people often think I don't have a brain up in there.
That's interesting. Being considered dumb. I mean, one of the guys talked about coming from a family who, you know, his grandparents have PhDs, his parents have doctorates or whatever. So, yeah, being seen as the dumbest in your family, that's mad. Yeah, but that's an insecurity. It might not necessarily be true. Maybe his family are like, yo, you know, we love that you go into culinary school. We love your bubbly personality. That doesn't make you less than, but you know, those are certain things that maybe in their environment or conversations they've overheard or experiences they've had can make them form these insecurities, which is interesting for sure.
What are you most insecure about?
That at 22, I don't feel like I've accomplished enough with my life.
I just always feel guilty, like I'm not doing enough.
I feel like I should have had like a significant other for longer than 2 months at this point.
What would feel like the right amount of time to have had a significant other?
At least 6 months, I would say.
What are you most insecure about?
My lack of employment. Right now I just started a new job and I feel like I have imposter syndrome in the workplace.
I sometimes have to try to push myself and convince myself almost on a daily basis that yes, I am right for this.
Where does that come from, you think?
Being shy and just, I don't know, not always feeling the best about myself and what I'm doing.
Any advice for those dealing with insecurities?
My most advice is fake it till you make it.
Do you think that someday you'll move past your insecurities?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Any advice for those who are struggling with the same insecurities?
Just don't give a fuck. Like, just be who you are. The only person that can tell you anything true about yourself is you.
You were created the way that you are, and that's enough for yourself.
I think you just gotta do, not think. I also think I stole that quote from Top Gun.
Wow, that's a great message for anyone watching that video, and I just gotta echo it. Be you. You are who you are. There's no point trying to accommodate the masses or trying to fit yourself in a box, because that box that you're trying to fit in, 90% of the world doesn't fit in that box, so why are you trying to squeeze yourself in it? But thank you guys for listening and watching this video. We are back with another episode of Pree Da Podcast at the end of this week, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
I be kidding on my foes, even though I got it all on my own. Success sweet, yeah, it tastes like honeycomb. Dropping blood, tears, and even breaking bones. I'm sipping on Patron while aiming for the throne. I've been to hell and back and even call it home.